And that's what this case is. This case was 100% an agenda. That ADA is probably going to look for an attorney general's job, probably try to get into politics. That's what they're going to do with this. 10 years over a situation that we don't even know the full story about. This is why I tell y'all black women are useful idiots. Meg Thee Stallion is a useful idiot. She's being used to push this so-called gender war. Right? And guess what? Meg Thee Stallion's career is cooked. These rappers are not gonna work with her. Or she's gonna have to do what 6ix9ine does and have to pay them a shit ton of money in order for them to work with her. But even then, it's gonna look bad. She helped send this man to prison. People are gonna say, well, she didn't press charges. Well, she didn't make it any easier. And by the way, ruined her relationship with Partisan. Hey, JB, get your loser ass out of my chat room, sir. This to me just shows that black men only matter if their life is lost by a white cop. Because they sure didn't have any problem putting this man behind bars. And that's why I'm riled up. Because this just doesn't make any sense. Shout out to JB.
You good, J-lol. I seen PPL going in on Tory. Had to get him.
Okay, I appreciate that. And my fault, bro. My fault. I was looking. I'm scanning the comments here and there while I'm speaking. I probably shouldn't do that. And I didn't know you were speaking to other people. My fault, bro. But I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being here. But listen, stuff like this just, you know. That's why sometimes I take my time when I do these topics, because I want to have a clear mind, because the bloodlust that I'm seeing for Tory Lanez just really doesn't make any sense. I mean, this man has a child. That doesn't matter to these people. Shout out to Bird.
Dealing with women like her can cost you your life.
Absolutely. Or your freedom. It costs you that, or your freedom as well. Shout out to Liana. This is why I make the content that I make. I've been making content since late 2014, up until now. And the only thing that drives me is my passion to speak on these particular topics in regards to men. These are the type of topics that keep me wanting to make content every single day, because nobody defends us. Y'all know that? Nobody defends us as men. And one of the things I always sought to do is, when these situations happen, I speak on it from my perspective, because nobody else is speaking for us. Nobody's speaking for us. And I just think that this guy was railroaded. Anybody with common sense could see that. But so many people are being very disingenuous about this when they know he was railroaded. They know this. I understand that there are people who've gone through things. There are women who've gone through domestic violence, but Tory ain't the guy that put hands on you. Shout out to this is why and you know what's the thing that really bothers me the most? It's not women. The female content creators, the feminists, like, they don't really bother me because I expect them to disagree with what I'm saying. But what really is sad is that you have men. You have men who are attacking other men for speaking up for themselves. That's where we're at. You got other men shaming men for speaking up for themselves. Betrayal. Absolute betrayal. You males have contributed nothing to the development of men. You still don't. But when I see men say, hey, stop talking about the things that women are doing to destroy you. Ignore it. Ignore the fact that these women want your spot. They want to take the power that you have. So when I see these weak males telling other men that you should ignore the fact that these women want to destroy your masculinity, that these women want to take power, they want to take the things that you've done and created for themselves, that they want to replace you in your positions, they want to minimize you, right? Demoralize you. You should just ignore that and just focus on what exactly? Y'all don't tell these men what they should focus on. You do a very poor job in telling men what else they should focus on. Don't tell me things. You have to point out what exactly those things are going to do that's going to improve my life. You can't even do that. So keep your mouth shut. Stop telling men who and what they should talk about. Masculinity is under attack. And just because you're able to date, extra average heifers, that doesn't mean anything. Shout out to ultimately it's up to us men, and this is one of the reasons why I look at this Tory Lanez situation and I say to myself, listen, you have to recognize when you're with a woman who's unhinged, who's a drunk, somebody that you just need to start to distance yourself from, right? Because that person is going to be more problems for you down the road, right? Megan Thee Stallion is not going to prosper. She has forever damaged her music career. That's why I can see in a year's time, she's on OnlyFans or Fansly, just like Sweetie is. I did a video today about Sweetie. She done went to the OnlyFans alternative, right? When all else fails, start shaking your assets, huh? And that's what Sweetie doing. Now you got Sweetie doing her OnlyFans alternative thing, right? Ice Spice is probably going to be there in a year when she fades. I could definitely see Meg Thee Stallion there. I mean, what career does she have now? And I can also see Roc Nation dropping her, because who wants to hear Meg Thee Stallion's music except for those the few fans that she does have when she go to music festivals, because she can't do any touring on her own, right? I've never seen somebody so high profile have such a small following when it comes to performing shows. Meg Thee Stallion has no career. Wouldn't be surprised if she was jealous of Tory. And the fact that despite the situation that he was in because of her, he was still able to make music and connect with people. She had to date Partisan to get somebody to write music for her. Yeah, I can see Lotto there too. A lot of these twerking female rappers are going to be there in a year or so when no one cares about them. And that's why I can see where she's at, because she has no talent. She doesn't have any star power. She's not talented in anything. She is a useful idiot like the rest of these women like her that are celebrating Tory Lanez going to jail. Well, I hope Tory Lanez keeps black women safe. I hope Tory Lanez being off the streets keeps black women safe. I hope these black women never have to run into any type of abusive men ever, right? Him being off the streets is gonna help keep black women safe, right? Black women are gonna be safe due to Tory Lanez being off the street. So I hope a lot of you heifers are happy that this man that y'all claim is a danger to black women is no longer on the streets. I hope you're happy, heifers, because I guarantee you it's not going to make your life any better. When you get up in the morning, you still going to be with that ain't shit man that you've been with forever long. It's not going to change your situation. It's not going to change it. It's not going to change the fact that you're still a bozo at the end of the day. Always in these shade room comment sections giving life advice. Why don't you go get a life?